It's Nudi. It's time. Sunday's disruption of a church service attended by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and demanded an end to the desecration of places of worship by police officers and goons. And I'm also seeing here that after the attacks on former DP, authorities still vow stern action as perpetrators walk free. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing, that they're saying they will deal with it, but then many are still walking free. And I think it's important for us to have a little bit of a look back, because I'm seeing from November 2024 to what we have seen recently. These are things that have been happening consistently. It just didn't start now. It's things that have been there. It's things that have been happening. And I'm seeing here they've also highlighted November 2024, we had suspected Mungiki gang members attack Gachagua in Limuru and Kiambu. December in 2024, police officer hurls tear gas, disrupting meeting at Shamata Nyandarua. We have also in April 2025, gunfire as Gachagua security men battle goons at PCA in Mwiki, Nairobi. So this is a pattern, and they have listed so many other instances until now. We come to January 2026, where goons and armed police raid ACK Church in Othaya, Nyeri, forcing the ex-DP to flee. So this means that these are things that have been happening over time, many times, but now it has come into the public domain because of what happened in the church at ACK Othaya, Nyeri. So this is just revealing what has been happening. But the unfortunate thing is that even before, the perpetrators were not brought to book. So they're still walking free. And now they have gone rogue to the level of now attacking the church. So that is what is being reported. And the Anglican Archbishop Jackton Olesapit here saying, what unfolded at ACK Witima grieves us deeply. God's children were hurt within the very place meant to shelter them. Children struggled to breathe where prayers should rise freely. This is very unfortunate, and definitely this has hit the nation on a whole different level. And we really pray for sobriety, and that, you know, we will have an end to this, because it's not good anymore. It's not. It has never been good at all.
Yeah. And actually on the same, because that is also what is being covered by the Standard, the front page, and they go with the headline, The Untouchable. And then there are two members of parliament there. They say impunity. The powerful Mount Kenya politicians, Murang'a woman rep Betty Maina and Mathira MP Eric Wamombi, they are at the center of explosive claims linking them to violent disruptions of former DP Rigathi Gachagua's church meetings. As disturbing scenes involving women and children emerge, their alleged actions have made a mockery of the title honorable, while police inaction has reignited fears that some commanders may be acting at the beck and call of politicians with influence, not the law, determining who is questioned, arrested, or left untouched, raising hard questions about impunity and whether some leaders are truly untouchable. And that's a story that is on page 4. And the two are being accused of the same. And so goons converged at the home of Mathira MP Eric Wamombi for briefing, then moved to Witima armed with AK-47 rifles and tear gas canisters before descending on the church. They had come to kill. That's according to the former DP. Betty Maina, the Murang'a woman rep, the alleged use of live bullets by the police did not break a single window glass, nor did anyone come out with gunshot wounds. Your alarm invited the police, who came in cruisers armed with AK-47s, and coincidentally, they rescued you despite your hired goons pelting them with stones. You see, accusations, counter-accusations.
Blame game now.
The blame game. And the one thing which is unfortunate for me is when the police, who are supposed to enforce the law, are becoming partisan. That for me is what worries me the most. Number two is when you have a section of the political class seemingly having a say in as far as who who the police should arrest, who the police, where police should intervene. That is quite unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And moving on to other news, I'm seeing how learners who cannot read are progressing to junior school. I'm seeing half of the learners in grade 6 can neither read and comprehend a grade 3 level English story nor solve numeracy problems for that class, a new report shows, raising serious questions about the quality of education. The report reveals that learners are ill-prepared for study in junior school and subsequent levels. So grade 6 is the last class in primary school before learners transit to junior school under the competency-based education CBE. This is a story covered on page 2. This is interesting, revealing some of the gaps that are there that maybe can be ignored or assumed. So we have that happening, and you can look at that story more in page 2. I'm seeing taxpayers face heavier burden as county chiefs set to earn state pension. This is a story covered on page 7, and the DN2 Healthy Nation today is covering the rise of planned C-section births, and that's a story that has been covered extensively on the DN2 Healthy Nation. You can have a look at it.
Allow me to look at some other stories inside the Standard. Members of Parliament have convened this week at a luxury resort in Naivasha for a 5-day legislative retreat, which is aimed at securing a parliamentary legacy. Remember, they are almost ending their tenure, and so they are looking at how they can secure a parliamentary legacy. If you are employed, for those who are salaried workers, I have some good news.
What's the news?
Because millions of salaried workers already reeling from a raft of enhanced statutory deductions are bracing for a further squeeze on their take-home pay from February 1st, 2026 as a scheduled increase in NSSF contributions take effect.
Wow.
Yeah, so further cuts for the well-being of the salaried workers.
We are no longer shocked.
Yeah, so you are laughing all the way to the bank.
Amen. We are no longer disturbed.
No,
they can keep deducting.
Keep deducting.
If they maybe they need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they need it more than we do.
Yeah.
So it is well.
Actually, I had offered.
Sindio,
Ende tu KRA, whatever. Once they are through.
Taifa.
Yeah.
It is well. What can we say?
All right. Then I see here other stories making headlines. Also, the story that we also highlighted of this is who? Cleophas Malala reacting to CS Ruku's sentiments, where he allegedly claimed that what happened at Witima ACK Church in Nyeri was staged and orchestrated by the opposition. You can read that as well inside the Standard newspaper. Quickly, we can check what is happening in as far as the business news is concerned. That is the Business Daily. And what they are reporting this morning, KRA catches 392,162 in tax evasion crackdown, withholding tax audit finds widespread non-compliance, tax cheats risk asset freeze, travel bans and PIN blockade. Read that. Local firms buy extra 14.5 billion shillings NSC shares. Read that. KCB gets green light to auction T Farms assets over 1 billion shillings loan, and big contractors reject interest waivers on road projects debt. You can read that as well. And there's an article here on page 9. Treating education as a right requires more than expanding access or enrollment. It requires systems that are designed to promote inclusion. So you can read that inside the Business Daily.
All right, beautiful. And that's it for our newspaper review. Let's keep praying for our nation and definitely trusting that God is already at work. And at this point, we're going to have a look at the video of the day. Kesho ni Wednesday.